Hey, Rosie. Oh, how's everyone's night going? Spooky Peaches. That's a great name. It's a great name. Although I'm also a Baba Yaga fan. Mm, yeah. So as it is every single week, I like just slide in by the skin of my teeth, or like that's a mixed metaphor. But anyways, I feel like I'm always just sliding in and getting stuff loaded to the bin or auction tab or whatever just in time for my show. Mostly because I literally spend all day loading stuff to the bin and I've gotten so much new stuff that I'm like, yeah, it's intense. It's intense. So, anyways, check out the bin. I have tons of stuff in there, tons of new stuff. It's sort of a mix of things because it's my Weirdo Wednesday, right? So Weirdo Wednesday means you can find just about anything. I have some new folk art that I'm excited to show you guys. I have some crystals. I have decks. I now have all the decks and all the journals that I recently purchased loaded up. I believe the journals, let me just double check here. Okay, the journals are in the bin, but the crystals, I believe, are in the auction tab. Oh my goodness, don't type auction in the auction tab, Tabitha. Selenite. Yeah, so the selenites that I recently purchased are in the auction tab. And so I have selenite wands, selenite towers / obelisks, depends on who you are. Some people like the word obelisk, some people like the word tower. I don't care. Potato, tomato, whatevs. And so, oh, hey, Sailor. Thanks for sharing the show. Appreciate you. Um, yeah. So, yeah, if there is something specific you want to take a look at, just let me know. Like I said, I have all my tarot decks listed that are currently available. Only 2 got snagged up on my totally random pop-up unboxing show on Friday. So everything is ready to find new homes. And you can at least take a look at, the prices, and everything is just there, which is fantastic because having to change and load things as I'm going got to be kind of overwhelming for me. So, like, an unboxing show on one hand was super exciting and fun because I got to look at things while you got to look at things. On the other hand, it was so chaotic. So, for me, my internal dialogue is just like, oh my God. So, anyways, okay. So, with that said, let's take a look. Oh, okay. So I made something. Well, how about we start with selenite? Okay. So I have, okay. So I'm going to start with my orange selenite palms. Orange selenite palms. I will pin that. Boom, pinned. And so here is what they look like. They are delightful, delightful babes. It is a mix of selenite and hematite, which is what makes it orange, right? And it's associated with the sacral chakra, which is, oh, hey, Broken Magic, which is, right, your, like, where your reproductive organs are. That's your sacral. And it deflects negative energy and enhances various aspects of our lives, such as creativity, peace, sexual energy, and passion. Spiritual awakening and grounding both your physical and spiritual bodies while engaging in the enlightenment of the soul. So it does a lot of heavy lifting here. And how about we start that auction off? I have 4 available. So if you would like to own one of these, and it is, I don't know, I guess you can see just how orange it is, and the beautiful, like, sparkly inclusions inside are just so mesmerizing to me. I am just so in love with these. And so, yeah, like I said, what makes it orange is the hematite. And, hematite is primarily made of iron. And when iron oxidizes, right, it turns orange, right? It rusts. So, anyway, so that's available. So if anyone in later on in the show is like, I really need one of those, please let me know. And these are polished and sealed, so you don't have to worry about them getting damaged when you hold them. So yeah. So next up, I want to show you, these are selenite chakra wands. And so I guess it'd be more like this, right? Purple's on top, red's on bottom. The reverse rainbow. And selenite, trying to pull this up. Type in, there we go. Pin. And so, as you can see, it is a slab of selenite that has been etched and then colored. And the etchings are the symbols of the different chakras. There we go. And they're beautiful. And I learned that selenite is so called because of the goddess Selene, which is the Greek goddess of the moon. And the luminosity of selenite is supposed to be reflective of the luminosity of the moon. And so, yeah, things like this are great to use if you are a Reiki healer or an energy healer. I'm going to start that auction in case y'all want to take a whack at bidding. I only have 4 of them. So, yeah, so these are great to use if you're an energy healer. You can direct energy to the different energy centers. So if you're like doing sacral work, right? And the reason why this is so good for that is because of the way selenite grows. You can kind of see on the back how it grows in these parallel layers, these parallel shards, and that they actually grow sort of like, it's kind of like a pull and peel licorice, right? The Twizzlers or whatever, is that it has all these little stacks like right next to each other, right? Like that. And when they cut them, they create these straight lines, right? They always cut them with the grain. That way, it channels that energy from you through the stone and into the person when you are doing that energy healing. But also it's great to use just as a wand for like spellcasters because of the direction of the energy flow from your body down your arm through the wand and out to whatever thing you're trying to affect or spell you're trying to cast. So there's a little wand lore for you, but that's why selenite makes a good wand, but also for the energy part, right? So okay. So, I think I'm going to kick off some of the funky art because, let's make it weird for that Weird Wednesday. So let's see here. Let's see if I can find the one. Rose. Oak. Here we go. So I'm going to pin this. Pin item. Okay. So I found just the coolest little folk art piece. So this was a piece of wood that someone cut crosswise like this, and then they hand painted these beautiful flowers on there. But look at this. It has, look at the detail in the wood and the bark, right? And then the bottom, they glued a little felt piece so it doesn't scratch up your shelves. But I just thought this was so cool, and I really love this sort of cool live edge that is left. So yeah, I'm gonna run. Do back to actions. My goodness, I don't know. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to run this and see if someone is as in love with this little folk art piece as I am. Because, yeah, it just had such a vibe. And, it's got that, bit of like cottage vibe. But I also love just the naturalist thing. So, yeah, I think it'd be good for folks with a lot of different flavor. Like style, design, flavor. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sure people have different flavors. I don't know. It's been a long day. So we'll just go with that. Anyways, so this week I also made these little Protection Magic 3-packs. And I think I have those in the auction tab. Protection. Protection. Yes, here they are. Pin item. Okay, so I have these running for $8. And so in each little packet, you get 1 hot foot powder, 1 Witch's black salt, and 1 Seven Shields protection powder. And so you can use them all together, or you can use them separately, whatever you want to do. But they are made to like banish evil, remove negativity, make people go away that you don't want in your life anymore. Protect from malicious magic, and protect yourself from all manner of negative nonsense. Oh, hey, Pippi. Welcome in. It's good that you popped. All right. So I'm going to run. I only have 3 packs available. So if this resonates with you, yeah. And of course, these are all my own recipes. I make all of this by hand. And yeah. And I grind it up really, really fine. So as you can see, they're all very fine powders. I have my Big Bertha mortar and pestle. And, oh, hey, Rosie's in the house. Thanks for the bid, hon. So, yeah, like I was saying, you can use them together. You can use them separately. They all have, tell you what each one is for. Thanks for the purchase, Rosie. I appreciate you. Let me just get that written down. I understand. Oh, goodness. Yeah, well, every week I try to bring something new, something special, and of course I always create. So I'm going to run can you show the purple moth resin jar if it's handy? Yes, I can. I have it right here. And so, here, let me just pin that up. Moth. Okay. Pin item. Okay, so I have it pinned right now, but here is that moth jar, and it is gorgeous. It is a sort of a dark purpley color, Bridea. It's good to see you in, by the way. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen that name come across my chat. But yeah, you could see all the detailing in the resin, and it's just so well crafted. And then here's the lid. Oh, she's got it. She's like, I am in. Awesome. Thank you, Bridea. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah, and folks, if there is anything else in the bin that you would like to see, I think I have almost everything here, including a cow pelvis, if you want to see a pelvis. I mean, you may see my pelvis too because I just walk around in front of the camera and don't pay attention, but yeah, anyway. Oh my goodness. So last time I did like a rock show thing, I kind of I think I understood the feedback that y'all were giving me about how you may not want to buy a whole pound of rough rocks, and I get it. So today I spent time creating little bins of all the different large rocks that I have available, and I thought, now we'll be able to just like sell them individually, and you can create your own little bundle if you want. So that is up and available. I believe that is in the bin. And I actually learned that mooncake is UV reactive. I went and found my little UV flashlight for folks who are rock nuts like me. Um, I'm just like, but does it shine? But does it have that special flash? And let's see how that translates. Okay, so this is mooncake, which I will pin this just in case you're like, what are you talking about? Product actions and pin. There we go. And then I do also have all the like, you know, whatchamacallit, it's like all the properties of it. So I'm gonna see if this works in front of. Oh no no. Well crap. I wish you could see it. It's so cool. What if I turn off this light? Okay. Does that? Can't tell. Bloop. So if I. Oh, you can kind of see how it reacts. Yeah. Okay. You see how kind of. Oh my god. I feel like I'm drunk driving this. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. You see how it's reacting? I was like, that is so cool. So like I don't know what stone it is in the mooncake because mooncake's jasper and jasper is layers of different sediments and stone. Um so anyway, I was like, that's cool. But also I don't know if you let me see if you noticed how oh yeah, so here's another of the mooncake that reacts to the UV flashlight. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm driving this from a different angle. Okay, but you get it. You get it. Anyways, so mooncake is from Western Australia. I looked it up. I thought it was from Africa last time, but it is from Western Australia. And it has been used by the Aboriginal people there for, I mean, millennia, right? I mean, Aboriginal folks have been in Africa since forever. And anyway, so apparently it's linked to the dream time or the like their dreamscape, which I thought was really interesting. Let me see, where is it in here? Oh yeah, so specifically the dreaming, a place beyond space and time where past, present, and future all meet and are one. Mined only in Western Australia in dry riverbeds of the seasonal waterway, the Mooka Creek. So, but it says Mookaid also helps us see the emotional patterns we learned as children and the patterns within our families, clearly allowing us to release them as necessary. It encourages us to be absolutely honest with others and even more importantly with ourselves, especially helpful when dealing with aging relatives or to help us become the elder that our family community needs. So, that's a powerful little stone there. And the camera doesn't do it justice, but this actually has just a gorgeous color banding. You're welcome, Betsy. Well, I love to teach, so that's kind of like 75% of what I do on this platform, I think, is teach. And then 25% is selling the cool stuff that I have. So, anyways, so if y'all would like some mookaite, I can just run this right now. So I have them up. And yeah, so we'll say like this is the first one. Oh, Brady, I got a wishing powder. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, let's see if I can get some better light on here so you can really appreciate the colors. But there we go. So it's a little better. Oh, Rosie's got a piece. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rosie. I don't know if other folks are interested, but I'll run one more just in case. Okay, so I have this chunk up. It's running for $1. And this one here has some paler pinks in it. I love how it just looks like this little perfect slice of earth. I mean, look at all those beautiful bands, all those layers. Oh, McBetsy's on it. Love it. Yeah, and this has just some beautiful pale, pale pinks in it, some tans. Oh, I'm just in love. I think that brown rocks don't get the kind of love that they deserve. So I am pleased as punch that y'all are as stoked about it as me. It is so creamy. Oh my goodness. Hooray. Okay. I will. So, it comes in lots of different colors. So even these, I think even the like speckly brown ones have that UV. Oh yeah. I don't know, now that I have my little overhead light on. You can kind of see it. Oh my god, I can't drive this. There. You can see how UV reacts. I would like another. Okay. I am running it now, Rosie. You got this pretty little, oh geez, like caramely colored one with some pretty black speckling in it, which I'm in love with. And like I said, there is like little inclusions. Yes. This is also the color of my coffee. I like a nice creamy cup of coffee. I've been kind of obsessed with the Coffee Mate butter beer. It's like the Harry Potter limited edition butter beer flavor. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, wait. Who is this? Rosie. Awesome. Okay. Would we like some more moo, Kate? Here we go. This one is slightly different in color. It's sort of like what is that color? Camel? Like a camel color? Where's my flashlight? That kind of gives me some. Yeah. Oh goodness, I don't know if that's helpful. It's helpful for me, not so helpful for you. But okay. Well, I have Mookate, and it is listed individually if anyone changes their mind. I did spend a lot of time writing up all the magical attributes of each stone. That way, we all can be on the same page and make it easier so I don't have to memorize things because my brain is only so big and able to run this late at night. Okay. So next up in the Dollar Rock polls are Ritzulite. And so I actually got some really nice pictures of the Ritzulite earlier when the sun was still out. So I'm going to pin that. And feel free to take a look at them in the bin. But otherwise, Ritzulite looks like this. And the lighting doesn't do it justice, but all those like little dark lines you see in the stone are actually this deep eggplanty purple. And it's actually quite gorgeous under the right lighting. So, but Ritzulite is the stone of multi-dimensional recall, spiritual enlightenment, enhancing psychic abilities, clears away confusion, apathy, and denial, and is good for the third eye and crown chakras. So I am going to run this right now. And so I have a chunk running if anyone is interested. Oh, McBetsy's on it. Nice. Yeah, and that, when I read the multidimensional recall, what I'm interpreting that to mean is that it is for like recalling past lives. So if you are someone who believes in past lives, um, that this stone I think can help you reach into that and help you like remember or recall those memories. Um, yeah. So thank you, McBetsy. Okay, I'm going to run another chunk of Ritzolite in case someone else would like to snag a chunk. So yeah. Oh, Rosie's on it. Yeah, and it's actually quite sparkly too in the right lighting. I have all this like sort of dim yellow light in my house because typically bright white light gives me a headache. So um, not super great for shows, but I do what I can. And I think my camera picks up things pretty good. Awesome. Thanks, Rosie. Okay. Ooh. This one has a lot of purple on it. Look at that pretty chunk. Okay. If you would like another, here it is. Awesome. So how's your week been going? I feel like it's been forever and a day since I've been on, well, I was on Friday, but um, normally I'm on Mondays, but I'm like, I really just need some extra time. Kind of going through some stuff here at home. That was for Rosie. So miscellaneous. That's a great name. Awesome. I'm glad that your week is going well, Rosie. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are we feeling good about the Ritzolite? Do we want some more pieces? Because I can show some more. I might just throw one up just in case some of the new folks popping in are interested. Yep. And just as a reminder, I have a ton of stuff listed in the buy now section as well as a bunch of stuff in the auction section. So feel free to take a peek and I will certainly show whatever you would like because, you're kind of driving the bus a bit here. I want to show you what you want to see. So, okay. Well, I think that Ritzolite has run its course for the moment. So, how about some garnet? So I only have a few garnet pieces, but they are small, but powerful. Okay. So let's run. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I wonder if this is UV reactive. Like, kinda? That's interesting. So this is what this piece looks like in just like regular light. This is garnet. I know it doesn't look super deep red, but it is. It's very deep red. But when I put the UV light on it, man, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, nah, I don't think that makes a difference on camera. That is very sad because it's a very cool effect. It turns like this really deep blood red. Even the white turns like deep blood red under the blue light, which is so weird. But anyway, I'm going to run this gorgeous chunk of garnet. That is what they look like. Just that deep, yummy red. So I'm going to run that right now. So if you would like a garnet, now is your chance. Oh, Betsy's on it. Yeah, and garnet is associated with love, commitment, and passion. It's a powerful talisman for protection, especially during travel, warding off evil and poison, and ensuring safe return, grounding strength and vitality, awakening inner fire, boosting self-confidence. Mhm. And promoting personal growth by aligning with the root and heart chakras for stability and emotional balance. So awesome. Thank you, Betsy. All right. I'll run another yummy, yummy garnet. This one has a very flat side, which is kind of texturally fun to touch. Um, so let's start that auction. All right. So again, it's sort of flat, but it's also domed. Just a beautiful chunk of deep red stone. So yeah. And again, it's for love, commitment, and passion. A talisman for protection, especially during travel. It's for grounding, strength, and vitality, and personal growth. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look. And let's see what else I got. Okay. So next up is diopside. This is chrome diopside. It's very, very sparkly. And might help if I spell things correctly. Here we go. So I'll pin that. So chrome diopside is for emotional healing, renewal, and connection. It's associated with the heart chakra. It fosters love, passion, and forgiveness while releasing negativity. Past life recall and spiritual clarity. Wishing stone for guidance and growth, promoting balance, inner strength, and clarity with ancient ties to fertility and life cycles. So, if you would like to snag a chunk, here is the first one up. And you can tell, like, it has some cool, like, shiny bits. And it's overall very sparkly. So, let's run that. Look at this pretty guy here. Love it. Yeah, and I bet this would work well in tandem with the Ritsu light, with that whole, like, past life recall. So yeah, I think it would also be great if folks who work with the Akashic records, it'd be really great for that, just to keep in your space while you're doing a session, or if you're going to a session, that would also be very beneficial. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. Oh, how about we run another? Oh, look at how pretty that is. Start auction. There we are. This beautiful thing. Oh, McBetsy's on it. Awesome. Oh, just love how pretty this is. Neat. Awesome. Well, awesome. Thank you, McBetsy. Okay. I would like two of that too. You're very welcome. Okay, I will run another piece. This is this piece. Oh, so shiny. Bloop. And we're up. And I'll make sure to put these in bags and label them so when you receive them, you know which is which. Because I know that if you get a bunch of green stones, you're like, which green stone is which? But, you know, absolutely. I just try to throw people a bone because I don't expect you to know things after you receive them, right? How are my East Coasters doing, by the way, with all that like snow and ice and crap that you guys recently got? My goodness. I was so amazed to be like, okay, wait, so it's like the southern states and all of the ones that are typically hot. Like, it just blows my mind. Because, of course, I'm used to it being a frozen, wasteland 4 to 6 months a year of the year. Oh, you have a rock identification app. Nice. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Do you guys usually get like colder weather in where you are, Betsy? Okay. Okay. So next up, I'm going to run some green jasper. And of course, if folks are like, can we see something other than rocks? Please let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to run some green jasper, which are gorgeous. Oh, sure. Um, yeah, I think we ended up with a snowstorm for Christmas. It was like no snow, no snow, no snow, warmish, kind of rainy, and then all of a sudden, white Christmas. Feet of snow, cold. Yeah. Of course, all that snow on top of all the rain equaled ice and then snow. So, yeah, which I'm sure you guys understand if you're getting shat upon from a cold place. So, this is the green jasper. And green jasper is for growth, renewal, balance, and abundance. It's a nurturing stone that connects nature, connects you to nature, and that's what that means. Promotes emotional healing and strengthens one's connection to the earth. It's a heart chakra stone, fostering compassion, love, and tranquility, while also providing grounding energy for stability and personal development. So yeah, Rosie's like, I'm in. Personal development, balance, abundance, I'm here. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. Ooh, this is the only one I have that looks like this. It is still green jasper, but it is like this minty, minty green. Look at that. It's so minty. So I'm going to run this babe. So if you would like to own this minty green jasper, he is available. I'm doing shadow work. That is actually what this time of year is meant for. This is the dark time, right? It's not springtime. We don't have to think about like setting intentions or any of that stuff, because that's what the spring holidays are for. But all this time leading up to the spring holidays, it is all about just like self-reflection and healing and digging deep into our dark places because it's the dark time. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. Goodness. So, are we still feeling some green jasper? Because I found another one that's kind of cool looking. It has some speckliness in it. I mean, I think all rocks are cool looking. I'm certainly the kind of person that's like, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. I can find something like fascinating and unique and amazing in any kind of natural thing. So, you know, but some guys just stand out to me, and this is one of them. So we got a little shimmer in there. Yeah. But, of course, I have. Oh, hey, Tina. Thanks for joining. Yeah. And just to let you know, I have a ton of stuff in the bin, and I have stuff. I'm just checking pre-bids. Okay. I'm trying to be good about checking pre-bids, especially after folks started using them. I was like, oh, I didn't know people did that. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna take a little break. Pink zebra, yes. Oi. Mm. Yes, I do. Ooh, this one. Okay, let me pull up the pink zebra. Okay, so the first piece up. And I know the light's kind of blowing it out a bit, but this is actually very, very pink. It's sort of like that pale, sort of baby pink, but this lighting really kind of doesn't do it justice. And so, yeah, this is for peace and calmness, emotional healing, combating anxiety, and it's to work with your heart chakra. So, thank you, Rosie. Would you like another? I can run another pink zebra for anyone who may want another. There you are. I love the banding. It's just so pretty. And these actually have a really nice sparkle to them. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it is actually a very sparkly little stone. I wonder if it's UV reactive. No, it is not. Although the pink looks really pink under the light. So, but yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. Would we like another? Ooh. I think I'm going to do this extra banded little one. Look at this guy. So let me run this. So this is another chunk of pink zebra. So you can see this one has a lot of stripies. And it looks like a little layer cake. So yeah. Okay. So again, this is for peace and calmness, emotional healing, combating anxiety, and working with your heart chakra. So yeah. Well, it is in the bin or the auction tab. I don't know where if it pulls it from one when I run it as an auction, when I list it as a bin. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. Okay. Are there here? Oh, I just have a couple other stones left for that. How about some unikite? I really love this stone too. Oh, the pink isn't showing up and it makes me so sad because it's so pink. So where it looks beige, it's actually very pink. And that makes me sad that you can't see it. Yeah. Boo. Well, I'm going to run the unikite anyway, in case. Unikite. In case anyone would like a unikite. Run this auction. Okay. So unikite is for compassion and grounding and empathy, balance, and gratitude. This is actually one of my favorite stones for like heart work. I think it has this gentle healing that happens, when you're utilizing the energy of the stone. And, I think it's good for a self-love as well as like nurturing a new love. A lot of folks give rose quartz all of the love energy. They're like, love magic, gotta be rose quartz. But I say unikite is a much better handler of that because it's more balanced and has more, it has like, I don't know, more of a lasting love feeling instead of something that feels fleeting or more like lust, if that makes sense. So, okay, let's do a little pivot. I do have, I don't even know where to start. I am just looking at this sea of stuff. So I have a couple more of these 3-packs that I made, and let's see if anyone else is interested in them. As far as the other weirdos who are showing up, know that I mean weirdo in the most loving, positive way. I think of myself as a weirdo, and I think my weirdness is my power, and it's where I draw a lot of my creativity and my passion from it. So I just want you to know that when I refer to anyone as weirdo, know that I mean it with the most affection. So, anyways, with that said, oh, I still have bones available. They are listed in the buy now section. That's where I was going with that. I'm like, where am I going with that? Because I know that in my listing, I say that I have bones and oddities, which I do have. my goodness, why can't I find that magic? Protection magic pack. Why can't I find it? Did someone just buy them all and I didn't notice? Let me see. Maybe I sold them all and I didn't even realize I sold them all. Protection magic. 3-spell kit. No, I've only sold one. Oh, that's because I only had one listed. Well, crap. Can I? Okay, hang on a sec. See if I can fix this. Protection. Magic. Oh, no, it says I have 2. Why isn't it not showing up? Excuse me while I figure out why. Okay, it's in the auction tab. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's just having a moment. Okay, so this 3-spell pack is running right now. Again, it is a Hotfoot powder, a 7 shields protection magic, and a black witch assault. And these are all of my own recipes. And as you can see, I finally grind them so they can easily be used in various kinds of magic spells. You can use them in spell jars. You can use them as perimeter magic for like protecting your home or your apartment. And yeah, it's really versatile. And yeah, so anyways, it's available and it is in the auction tab. So you can request it to be run from there. Okay. So how about we do something a little, okay. Here we go. All right, so I have a bunch of these. These are wax sealing candles. So I don't know if you're familiar with wax seals. I'm sure a lot of you are. They usually require you to have a spoon and a little like stand so you can put the candle under it and then melt the pieces. This takes all that out of all those steps out. All you got to do is light the end, and then it is a thicker wax than just like your traditional wax candles, because then it creates this very rich, thick, waxy substance. So when you drip it on your charms or whatever, it doesn't run all over the place. And it's very luxurious because these are all metallic. So you can kind of see it has a bit of a shimmer to it. So I have this sort of copper color. And then I have a chocolatey brown color. And this is like a pyrite color. And then I have silver. And I have gold. So I'm going to run these. I think I have them as $2 a piece. There they are. Pin. Okay, and then it could be, winner's choice, whatever color you want. And again, these are really nice because you just have to light the end of them, and then these will be perfect. You can use them with or without a wax seal. If you don't have a metal wax sealer, that's okay. It'll still seal your bottles. You can use them also to like seal your intentions if you're doing like sigil work, writing sigils. So yeah. Awesome, McBetsy. Which color you'd like silver? Okay. I can do that. Oh, put that with your stuff. Great. And then I'll run it again in case someone else would like to pick from what's left. I have gold, like a pyrite color, a chocolate brown, and like that sort of coppery color. So yeah. And they all do have this like design on them, I guess. If that is. Yeah. Oh, geez, dropping things. There we go. They and all of them have that design on them. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. And then I also have some other wax seal things. Okay. These are running for $1. So these are my wax seal bead bottles. And so these here, this one, I kind of created a collection. And this one says Forest Witch, right? And so it has, I can open it for you. So I don't know the easiest way to do this without dropping them, but there are several different colors. And the idea is that you can use them by themselves or, mix a bunch of the colors together to create your own sort of unique wax seal color blend. But there are, let me see, 2, 4, 6, there's 8 of these little beads in there. And so one, I would say like 2 beads could seal a small jar. They actually melt, quite a bit and spread out. But these here, you would need a more traditional like spoon and base set up with like a tea light candle. Oh, goodness. There we go. Trying to fit them all back in the jar. There we go. Got it. So anyways, I have this one, which I called the Forest Witch blend, and I called it that because they're colors that I associate like when you're outside in the forest looking at plants. And then I have one that I call Air Magic that has more pastels and lighter colors that I associate with air. And so, yeah. So I'm going to run these and then you just let me know which one you would like. And they are starting at $1. So these are my little dollar runs. And I have 2 to pick from. Yeah. So if you would like to score one of these or both of these, just know that they are running right now. And if you don't have a traditional like spoon and base setup, you can always like just sacrifice a teaspoon or a metal spoon of some sort from your drawer and just hold it over a candle and melt it. That works too. The base is nice because then you can be more hands-free, but it's not necessary. So I think I might have an extra base actually. So if you have a spoon that you don't mind sacrificing, I might have an extra base that I could sell you if you want one of these style beads. So, okay. Let's look at some journals. So I got in a whole ton of blank journals, which I love to use for books of shadow and grimoires, where I like to keep my magical information when I learn it or when I develop a new recipe or learn a bit of folklore that I don't want to forget. So anyway, I love blank journals for that. And so all of my journals today are $14, which is an amazing steal, honestly. But let me see your journal. There we go. So these are my leather bound journals. And so I listed these a little differently than I've done before because it allowed me to list them as variations. And so, yeah, I don't know how that works. Hang on here. Let's pin item. I guess I'll just pin it. And then I think you maybe go into the product. Maybe go into the product and then see if, and like just pick the one you want. So anyways, so I have one that is dark brown, which is this. And this is the one that has this cute little anchor charm as well as a cute little like ship wheel charm. And the ship wheel is on the piece of leather that ties it closed. And this is like a little bookmark. So, but inside the one that has like this little compass on it, inside it has some handmade paper. And the cool thing about these is that one, these are lined. These are the only lined journals I have. The rest of them are unlined. And it has a 3-ring binder type thing. So you can always add more paper if you need it, or if you tear them out to use for spells or write notes or whatever. You can always buy replacement paper packs or just hole punch your own. So anyway, so it's a nice thick stack of paper though, so it'll last you a while. But yeah, and I love just the binding. It's just beautifully made. I love well-crafted books of shadow and journals. So yeah, I think I might run these as a flash sale just to give something interactive, because I like the interactive. So run as a flash sale, and I'll just do 10% off, because I have a lot invested in these and I need some return. So I will run a flash sale, and it'll be winner's choice. So again, I have this dark chocolate one, and then I have sort of this camel colored one that's in that same sort of lined 3-ring binder style. But then I have this, which I only have one of, and it is a tooled leather with a little latch that slides, and the back looks like this, and it says Dream Keeper. And it has like the Celtic, like tree of life, like tooled leather look. It has a lot of detail that the camera kind of bleeds out, but on the inside, it has all this gorgeous, like handmade paper. And you can see it has just such a great texture. It kind of reminds me of really nice like watercolor paper. If you're someone who's an art nerd like me, nice drawing paper. So it's very, very well done. Nice quality. The leather is just so nice. It's soft, and it was well cared for. And so anyways, those are my leather journals. There we go. I really love these little latches. They bring me so much joy. Okay. I did make a couple more packs. These are 10 packs of spell candles. And so I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, white, pink, and cream in each one. So let me see, candle pack. There we go. So if you are in need, these are 4-inch candles, and they have a cotton wick, and I only have 2 available. So if you are like, I really need some spell candles, there is one of each color, so you can do lots of different spells. So if you'd like to snag this, I have it running for $8. You get 10 candles. So yeah, if you'd like to grab that, it is available. I have 2 packs. So that is what's running right now, if anyone is interested. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. All right. Oh, right. Someone bought some wishing powder I saw earlier. Let me see. Oh, it was Bradea. Thank you. I just had this vague recollection of it happening. Of course, I would get the full printout once the show's done, but I like to kind of keep track as I go. All right. How about we look at some decks? Because I am so in love with these. So the first one I'm going to pull up is called Tarot of the Moon Garden. That is what it looks like. And there's the back. So you can kind of get an idea of what that art looks like. And then I'll pull it out and kind of show you what's in the box so you can get a feel for that art style. All right, so it does come with a little pamphlet that tells you, what the different cards mean. And then this is what the backs of the cards look like. It has this really cool like tree and like foliage type look. And then that is the art style on the front. So that's of course the Tower card, which is one of the major arcana. It kind of reminds me of like vintage cartoons, and I kind of dig it. There's the World card. It's just like this pretty little fairy butterfly. She's adorable. And there's the Judgment card. Geez, getting off track. There we go. So yeah, that is what that looks like. And let me just pull that up. Tarot of the Moon. There we go. Oh, of a moon garden. I hope if I spell it correctly. There we go. Pin item. Okay, so I am going to run that right now. So if anyone is interested in Tarot of a Moon Garden, this is a brand new deck. I only opened it to show you. And this is what the art looks like. And this is the first time I've ever really opened decks to let people look at them. And I think it's partly because I'm the one doing the handling and I know my hands are clean and not full of gross, where I am not confident that in a store type setup that folks have clean hands. Just saying. Nothing personal, just I want folks to ruin it before it can find its home. So that is Tarot of a Moon Garden. And then next up, I'm going to show the Aquarian Tarot. I do have tarot and oracle decks. I tried to get a nice mix of them. For folks who didn't know, the difference between an oracle and a tarot deck. So tarot decks always follow a specific system, right? So there's always major and minor arcana. There are 4 suits. They are, 0 or 1 through 13, right? So they kind of follow, as far as how they're created, they follow a standard like poker deck, right? But and so like an Empress card in one deck is going to mean something similar to an Empress card in another deck. And but conversely, oracle cards are their own beast. So each deck is unique. They can have, a varying degree or number of cards, where tarot decks always have, or I don't say always, but most of the time, unless they're like a very special kind of deck, always have 78 cards, where oracle card decks can have any number of cards. They can have 48, they can have 24, and they can have 76, whatever they want. And it really just depends on the artist. There's no like, rhyme or reason really between decks, like why one is one way and why one's another. So anyways, so I am showing the Aquarian Tarot. Oh, and also the symbology is different. So they don't follow major minor arcanas. They're all like usually power words or phrases. And each deck is read as its own thing instead of it being like the skills you learn in one deck, you may not be able to apply in the next oracle deck because their imagery and their artistry is different. So anyways, that's just a little FYI. And let me pull up the Aquarian deck. Aquarian. Okay. Pin item. All right. And so this is what that art looks like. It has sort of an Art Deco kind of vibe. Yeah. And so these are the major arcanas. Let me I haven't quite figured out the best way for me to show cards, so I'm just gonna have to be like, pick a card, pick a card. All right, so there's the Judgment card, and it also kind of reminds me of animation from Monty Python. If anyone is a Monty Python fan, I grew up watching Holy Grail. It was actually one of my favorites because British people are hilarious. So, anyways, and I really enjoy the sort of vintage color palette too. Just something really striking about it to me. That's the Chariot card. Okay, so I'm going to run the Aquarius Tarot right now. And it's up. Or Aquarian. Aquarian Tarot, not Aquarius. Not to be confusing. I'm just confused. Going to see Spamalot. Oh, that's so good. Oh, Spamalot's so good. I think I saw a friend in Spamalot. He's a local theater actor and so good. I loved it. Loved it. It's good to see you, Mel. Oh, here's the Hermit card. That honestly just, that's kind of what I look like all winter long, minus the long beard. Just, I have on a cozy little robe and a cozy little hat, and I'm good. So, okay, so that's Aquarian. And again, the Aquarian does come with its own little pamphlet. So if you aren't sure how to read the deck, the booklet will tell you. Next up, I'm going to show the Pride Tarot. And the cool thing about the Pride Tarot deck is that it is a collaborative deck between 78 different artists. And so each card is made by a different artist. And so they have all different art styles. And it comes with this beautifully bound book. So you know how to like interpret each different card. And it has a picture of the card next to its meaning. So there's no confusion. And the backs here, I'm just going to pull this up. Pride Tarot. Here we go. Pin item. And so the backs of the deck say love is love. And it doesn't matter which way you turn it. Jeez, there we go. Love is love. And I dig that. And then this is one of the art styles. Again, they're all a little different. And I feel like I don't know where to put this in the camera. There we go. So then, yeah, there's this one. And so some are more minimalist. Some are, really loud and have just tons of detail and like nuance. So yeah, this is the Knight of Pentacles. And it's like this sea warrior riding a seahorse unicorn. I mean, it can't be mad about that. Anyways, so this is the Pride Tarot. And yeah, I can run that right now in case anyone would like to add this to their collection, or if it's their first deck, that's awesome too. I carry a variety of decks because I want everyone to feel represented and see imagery that reflects their interests and their lifestyles. And so, yeah, not every deck is one that I'm personally drawn to, but I also recognize that it's not about me. It's about, being a part of my community. So, anyways. That is Pride Tarot. Okay, next up. How about an Oracle deck? So I have the Familiar Field Oracle. And the Familiar Field Oracle does come with a nice bound book. I love that it has like a cheetah print. So aesthetic. Oh my goodness. And so this deck, let me see. So like I was saying, Oracle decks can have any number of cards. This one has 60 cards and comes with an 80-page guidebook. So it is very well thought out as far as like They did not spare details for you. So anyways, the backs of these cards look like this. They're all the same back. And then here is some of the art style. So if folks like an animal deck, this is certainly for you. There, such a hard switch from a parrot to an arachnid, and then we get a bee. And the bee says community, work, and harmony. And here's the vulture. And so it says cycles, opportunity, and distress. And then I did look at the book last time I showed this deck when I did my little preview on Friday. And it does have keywords, but then underneath it has a very nice, well written out paragraph describing what their intent is and how to like interpret that card. So that's super nice. Yeah. Hello, folks popping in. I have a ton of stuff in the buy now section, as well as a bunch of stuff in the auction tab. Right now we're going over tarot and oracle decks. If you see anything you want me to show you like in video, just let me know. And this is the part of the night where I'm just kind of loopy. Okay. Familiar field. Here we go. So I'm going to pin it and then I'm going to run it, and it is $24. Brand new deck. Has a beautiful booklet. Oh, here's a deer. Look at that sweet boy. The stag, instinct, nobility, and sexuality. Yes, yes. Ooh, jellyfish. Such beautiful art. I love how it has sort of like colored pencil meets watercolor kind of vibe. So that's... Oh. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. Okay. So next up is the Deviant Moon Tarot. Pull it back. There we go. And this has a very quirky art style. Look at that. You know, I love me some weirdos. So Deviant Moon. D-E-V-I-A. Here we go. An item. And so this deck is running for 28. All right. And then this, of course, comes with its own little booklet. So it'll tell you how to interpret the cards. I mean, you know, you can bring over some of the knowledge you already know, but if you're like, how does, you know, their art style add to my understanding of the Fool card, you know, that's something the booklet can help you with. So again, that is the Fool. And I can just run this in case folks are interested. There we go. Here's the Magician. And I like how, so the thing with the Deviant Moon deck is all the faces of the people look like the moon. It has a very moon-like shape. So this one, it has like, you know, a white face that has like a crescent moon, where this is like a darker face. So maybe this is more like the new moon. Oh my goodness, there we go. So yeah, that's how it all relates back to that moon thing. And then this one, geez, you know, has some, you can see some dark moon, some light moon. And this is the High Priestess. So yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look. And I will put this away. How's everyone doing? Is there anything I can pull to show you? It's been a little quiet for a minute, and so I just want to make sure everyone's still awake and still with me here. Yes. Yes. Selenite palm stones. Can do. Me and this booklet are having a moment. Mostly I can't see. There we go. Trying to get everything back in the box without mucking it up. There we go. Okay. So let's pull up those selenite palm stones. And so I'm going to start with the white selenite pin item. Okay, so I have 3 of them available, and they're running for $5. So here is the first one. So pretty. Yeah, and so again, this is named after the Greek goddess of the moon, Selene, renowned for its luminosity and its association with purity, peace, and the higher consciousness. It's believed to have power to cleanse and charge other crystals, clear blockages in your energy field, and direct high-frequency energy into the body, promoting spiritual growth and mental clarity. Awesome. This one is for Rosie. Okay. I can certainly run some more in case other folks are interested. Here's another one. And just the shimmer shine makes me so happy. Let me see. It's a protective stone that shields a person or space from outside influences and is especially useful for warding off harmful spirits and providing a safe, peaceful environment. I mean, that certainly sounds fantastic to me. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look. Okay, I do also have, and I don't know if I have them up. Let's see here. I don't know. All right. So yeah, if there are other things folks want to see, please let me know. I do have a bunch of stuff in the bin as well as in the auction tab. And yeah. Mm-hmm. I am going to run. Let me see here. Okay. So this is an item that I recently acquired, and it comes with this little candle because that's what it came with, and you can see it was partially burned. But I also just like how it looks with it, and it is a brass candle holder, and it has this really pretty, like, hand-painted glass drip catcher. So, like, when your candle drips, it doesn't run all over the table. But look at this beautiful brass. Like, I am just in love with how brass looks, and I cleaned this up really well. It is a vintage item, and yeah, look at the detail. I love it so much. So if you would like to take a whack at owning it, I'm running it right now for $8. And again, it has this glass, like, hand-painted drip tray, and then this gorgeous, like, square base candle holder. And then, yeah, I'm going to send the candle along. Partially so if you are out shopping for candles too. It also gives you an idea of what fits in there. So, okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at her. And then, something kind of totally off the rails. Let me see here. Pumpkin. These 2 little guys made my little weirdo heart so happy when I found them. Okay, they are little folk art pumpkins, and I'm selling them as a set. There's 1, and there is 2. So there's 1, and there is 2. And then, they are colored to kind of look, but look, the stem is like a little caster wheel, and the eyes are like insulators for electric, and it has this little spinny doodad, and isn't it fun? So, okay, this is what it reminded me of. It reminded me of, like,